Let's talk about testosterone. Do you have high testosterone? Like, do you wake up with a raging boner, with a horse cock, no coffee needed, ready to attack the day? You're just getting out of bed like this, bro. Ready to attack the day. Because most guys don't. Most guys have low energy, they need a coffee right away, they struggle with working hard. And the thing you need to know about testosterone is it doesn't just help you build muscle. Like anyone nowadays can have a good physique. But testosterone is the hormone that makes hard work and effort feel good. It's the hormone that gives you endless drive. And this is the reason why nowadays you'll see entrepreneurs and every influencer jump on TRT.
Everybody's on steroids.
Everyone jumped on testosterone nowadays because it helps them in their business. It helps them make money because it helps them with endless drive. Everyone except for me. You see, I just got my blood work done. I got the results in and I have testosterone levels over 900 naturally. This is on poor sleep as well. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I'm perfect. My sleep is bad. I just got this Whoop band to track my sleep. My levels are shit. And I still got testosterone levels over 900. The moment I get my sleep dialed in, my testosterone levels will be above 1200, guaranteed. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to naturally triple your testosterone. And if you have slightly better sleep than me, if you have decent sleep, you'll know how to have testosterone levels above 1000 by the end of this video. Step number 1, be untamed. The number one way to increase your testosterone naturally is to be untamed, to be unchained and wild. Let your wild side out. You see, every man has a wild man inside of him, but most guys don't even know it. That wild man is so far away, locked up in a cage, chained away, that they don't know they have this wild side inside of them. Now, the interesting thing is that this is common sense. Your ancestors knew this. Your ancestors had this wild side to them. But not just your ancestors. If you look around, even in the modern world, at the men with the highest levels of testosterone naturally, they all have a wild side to them. And when you learn to unleash yours, your testosterone levels will go through the roof. It's the whole reason why you'll see me shouting at waterfalls and do martial arts and do a bunch of crazy shit. Now, the problem in the modern world is that everyone that talks about testosterone on YouTube is like a fucking nerd. It's either someone that's secretly taking steroids, or it's a fucking biohacking nerd with a skinny little neck talking about, oh bro, you need supplements. You need these supplements to increase your testosterone. You need zinc, you need Tongat Ali. Well, actually, Andrew Huberman was talking about boron. Well, actually, boron downregulates SHBG, which increases androgen receptors or availability. Well, actually, boron. That's all you see when you look up how to increase your testosterone naturally. It's these fucking nerds. And if you just think logically, did your ancestors do any of this fucking bullshit? Now, I'm not saying supplements don't have utility. I'm not saying that, but it's a supplement. It's not the primary thing. It's not the primary thing that increases your testosterone. If you can add it, okay, that's great. But don't become like this American type of guy. No offense to my Americans, but Americans over-pedestalize supplements. It's a weird thing, like supplements is so big in America that it becomes the primary thing. They put supplements before food, supplements before lifestyle, supplements before the primary thing. So don't become Americanized. And the reason why in America this is so big is because one, it's commercialized heavily. Huge companies are putting this out there. Yeah, you need these supplements, you need these supplements. They want to cash out on your ass. And two, America is just a country in general where they always rely on like science and scientific this and scientific that. And I have nothing against science. But again, sometimes if you just look at your ancestors, they didn't need all that shit. Now, again, there is utility to supplements and I can talk about that later, but it's not the primary thing. Number one is you need to unleash that wild side. Unleash that wild man inside of you. And I'll tell you how I unleashed my wild man. You see, I was living at home. I used to dirty bulk, play video games. I was strong, I could bench a lot of weight, but my testosterone levels weren't as high as they could be. I was strong, but I didn't have endless drive. And that's when I went ghost mode and I spent time with myself. And that's when I started to realize, oh wait, there's a side of me that's been suppressed. There's a side of me that's like politically incorrect. There's a side of me that society will shame him for being the way he is. And yeah, sure, this side is a lustful side as well. This side's a side that maybe likes women, likes training hard, maybe even likes violent shit. It's a wild side, a completely wild adrenaline wild side. But the key is you let this wild side out and you give him direction. Like you find an outlet, whether it's a martial arts gym, whether it's you go in nature, you start doing sprints, hill sprints, whether it's you start shouting at waterfalls. You need to find an outlet for this wild side of yours. Don't put it all away just because it's a scary wild man. Find an outlet for it. This will be the number one thing that will increase your testosterone. Now, number two is you gotta hunt before you eat. Nowadays, food is so accessible to all of us. Like, you probably wake up and eat some cereal or you eat anything, whatever. Like, it's so accessible. You can wake up, start eating, and go about your day, and then you kind of feel froggy, you kind of feel down. But this isn't natural. It isn't natural to wake up and just eat. Like, again, look at your ancestors. Your ancestors would hunt before they eat. And so I live by this principle called hunt before you eat, which is basically intermittent fasting. You don't eat until a certain time window. So let's say you eat at 1 p.m. Before you hit that time window, you make sure you get your work done and you make sure you get your training done. Like, you gotta deserve your meal. It's almost like this is your hunt. You don't have to hunt an actual animal. You can do that, but we live in a modern world. You don't have to hunt an actual animal, but you can make this your hunt. Getting your work done, getting your training done, that's your hunt. And afterwards, you'll notice when you eat, it feels different. Your energy is higher. And of course, when you eat, don't eat bullshit because you're going to destroy the purpose. But this is going to increase your testosterone. There's studies that show that fasting increases your testosterone. Now, fasting paired with hunting will increase your testosterone even more. And that brings us to point number 3, which is a high-protein diet. When you start eating high protein, like you eat steak and you eat salmon, a good Greek yogurt, maybe you can't afford steak and salmon, but you can still get eggs. Like, I eat about 10 eggs per day. When you start eating high-protein diet, like let's say 200 grams plus in protein, let's say low carbs, high fat, you'll start feeling amazing. Your testosterone will go through the roof. But let's move on to point number 4, self-hypnosis. Now, this is where things are going to go a little bit deep. You can actually hypnotize yourself to get higher testosterone. And someone famous that comes to mind that has done this is Israel Adesanya, a former UFC champion. You see, Israel Adesanya had to defeat this boogeyman of an opponent called Alex Pereira. He got beaten by this opponent 3 times. A scary opponent, scary individual, scary man. A man with high testosterone as well, a man that stepped into his ancestry as well. But he got beaten by him 3 times. And in order to overcome him, he did self-hypnosis on himself to increase his testosterone. And then in the 4th fight, he knocked him out and he beat him. And he spoke about this.
I know I've hacked my body, I've hacked my mind, I've hacked my spirit. I've done things this week that I learned a lot about myself. I learned how to raise my testosterone, even just with my mind.
I don't know how to explain it. It's so hard to explain, but you have to get into that, like, tap into that primal self. I was just tapping into it, feeling my breath. That's why you hear me grunting a lot lately. Like, I can activate my primal self in a different way. There's so many things I learned about myself this camp. I can raise my testosterone physiologically, literally.
You see, you can actually self-hypnotize yourself to get in this state to where you increase your testosterone. It's actually kind of like you tap into an alter ego. I've talked about this a few times on this channel, and I will make a full guide on this. But you can tap into an alter ego side of you, which will actually increase your testosterone. I'll make a full video on this in a future video. But for now, let's move on to step number 5, which is explosive movements. One of the biggest mistakes guys make when they think about, oh, training is good for testosterone, is they just become a gym bro. They start doing static lifts. They start doing bicep curls. They start finding a comfort zone in the gym. Do you hear where the problem is? They're finding a comfort zone in the gym. And this is why you got to do explosive movements, because there is no comfort zone in explosive movements. There is no comfort zone when you're doing a hill sprint 10 times. Like, you're hill sprinting as hard as you can up the hill. Boom, come back down. You're catching your breath. Boom, go back up. Come back down. Boom, go back up. 3 times. You're down again. You take a little rest, 30-second rest, and you go again 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. There is no rest. It feels like your heart wants to explode through your chest. There is no comfort zone when you're sparring, or when you're hitting the pads hard, or when you're doing box jumps. There's no comfort zone there. There's no comfort zone when you're blasting it on the assault bike, sprinting explosively. There is no comfort zone. Explosive movements are scientifically proven to be one of the best ways when it comes to exercise to increase your testosterone. So start to put a form of explosive exercise in your training routine. And if you don't do explosive exercise, I want you to kind of feel bad. Like, let's say it's the end of the week and you've done a lot of training, like a gym bro, and you haven't done anything explosive. I want you to feel like a pussy. I want you to feel like, oh, I'm actually being a bitch. I'm actually not increasing my testosterone levels at all. I'm actually in my comfort zone. Because that's how I feel. When I'm training hard, no matter if my biceps are fucking as juicy as they are right now, I still feel like a bitch if I haven't done anything explosive. Like, just right now, you see me sweating actually in this video. I haven't said it. But even before this video, I did 100 burpees fasted right here on the ground. You see, you don't need anything for explosive movements. You just need gravity. The ground and gravity, that's all you need. But that brings us to the last and final step. Step number 6, positive reinforcement cycle. This last one is really going to help you increase your testosterone going forward. This is this framework I have in my mind about testosterone, which is the actions you do to improve testosterone. Like, let's say you put in effort, hard work, explosive movements, whatever it is, the actions you do, they lead to higher testosterone. But the higher testosterone then leads to more drive, wanting you to do that action again, which leads to a a loop, a cycle of positive reinforcing testosterone, right? So imagine you want to pick up a girl, for example, but you're too shy, you're scared, whatever, you're a pussy. But then you're like, fuck it, let me overcome my fear, let me approach her. Boom, you do it. Your testosterone increases after you do it. You get this extra drive, and now you're reinforced to do it again. Or you work hard, you put in really hard effort to work hard. And as you work hard, your testosterone kind of increases, giving you more drive, resulting in wanting you to work harder, giving you more testosterone, giving you more drive, resulting in you working harder again. And it's this positive reinforcing cycle. Now, what's important about this to note is that whenever you feel down, whenever you feel in a rut, you got to remind yourself of this positive reinforcing cycle. Like you feel down and you push yourself through it. You got to push yourself through it. Push yourself through it, boom, there's a little testosterone boost now. And now you can take that to create positive momentum. And that's what I always do. I never get in a rut for long, because the moment I'm in a rut, I recognize, okay, I got to do some hard effort right now, or face my fear, or do something to get out of this rut. Boom, I get a little testosterone boost. Boom, it results to me wanting to do more of that. So that's the way you have to think about testosterone. And maybe I should get a draw board in my videos where I can kind of draw it out. But fuck it, with these 5 steps, you can increase your testosterone levels and become a fucking animal.